Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monarchs pregame show. Dan Vaughn with you in Monarchs Live pregame here at the ballpark. And the Monarchs and the Sioux City Explorers playing game number one of this three-game series. Glad you're along and going to give you your lineup card tonight. Get you ready for this one as we just saw Sioux City last week. So, lo and behold, we see them again. That's the way it works sometimes, the association. Of course, they've had the Monarchs number this year and some interesting series. And I talked about this at lunchtime today on Monarchs Mocha that there's some really interesting numbers. And usually, when you have a situation where, for one team, for whatever reason, has the other team's number, in this case, Sioux City has the 5-1 record against Kansas City. You kind of figure, well, there's going to probably be a big discrepancy in the numbers, and there is to a degree. I mentioned the Monarchs' offense struggled a little against Sioux City in the head-to-head, but these games have all been close. And I believe the aggregate score is 24-23 Sioux City. It's been that close. The one Monarchs win was a blowout. It was more than 3 runs or 4 runs, and all the Monarchs losses have been by 2 runs or less in this series. They've been very close and very nip and tuck, and I expect a very similar situation this week rather, for Kansas City. Now, the Monarchs, if you look back, say, last Thursday, and let's say Sioux City had gone in and rolled in and won 2 or 3 against Cleveland, I think the series we ratcheted up a bit. I think from a Monarchs perspective, this is more about getting some games against Sioux City and kind of sending that message. For Sioux City, for them getting those 3 games last week to get within a game of 500, then they lost 3 in a row, back to where they were square one last week. And it's a huge series for them in the grand scheme of things because they need these 3 wins in a bad way to get back to where they were again before. And so I think it's crazy how this league works. You really can never count them from one week to another. I think what we all do know is the Monarchs are very good and the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks are very good. And it's kind of one of those deals where everybody else kind of the pecking order kind of changes from day to day or week to week. And I think that's what makes this league so very exciting. But again, interesting. Yes, these 2 ball clubs with the 5-1 record for the X's this year. Overall, in the American Association, they're 56-52 against KC. And the Monarchs have been right there around 500, about to get the head-to-head series a couple times, but have each time fallen off and fallen back. So we'll see that happens this week. You're going to play them 6 more times, and 3 here, 3 in Sioux City down the road. And so, again, this is a big night. We talk about tests for these ball clubs and what the Monarchs do. It's a little test. To see how far you've come since last week. And can you keep the momentum going from Milwaukee? And really, as I said at lunch today, I don't think a sweep is important. It's important because if you get the sweep, you're going to be within 1 game of getting back to even with this bunch. But the most important thing, I think, is to win the series. I think that's what you do. You keep doing what you do. You keep doing what you do. The head-to-head won't matter because you'll be so far ahead, and that's sort of what happened last year against Lincoln. You did what you had to do, except against Lincoln, and you took care of your business, and you didn't have to worry about the head-to-head. I think that's sort of where we're coming from, at least from my perspective. I'm interested to see what Jackson has to say. He'll be joining me at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock, 6:30. The pregame begins on the radio side a few minutes later for the AA Baseball site as well. We'll have that going for you tonight, aabaseball.tv, and, of course, MixLR. And here's the lineup card tonight for Joe Capietro's Ball Club, brought to you by Price Chopper. Kansas City knows Price Chopper. Willie Abreu leads off at center. Darnell Sweeney will bat second. He'll be at second base. Gabby Guerrero in left field, batting third for KC. Matt Adams, Big City, batting fourth, easily designated hitter. It'll be David Thompson over at third. He'll bat fifth. John Hernandez is out in right field, batting sixth. Casey Gillespie over at first base. He'll bat seventh. And Pete Cosma had a big weekend as well. He'll bat eighth. He'll be at shortstop. And then J.C. Escada will catch today for Kansas City. In the opener, it'll be Willie Abreu, Darnell Sweeney, Gabby Guerrero, Matt Adams, David Thompson, John Hernandez, and then Casey Gillespie, Pete Cosma, and J.C. Escada for Kansas City. Again, broadcast time beginning, in about 18 minutes and change. And we'll have the radio side going in and the video rolling a few minutes later. And then Jackson will join me on the broadcast tonight. He'll be down and about doing his thing on MixLR and aabaseball.tv. And I'll give you those links real quickly here. As we'll do that right while we're here. Let's get those links to you. There we go. There's your 6:30 on MixLR right there. And I'll put the link in the chat, and I'll also put the link in the chat as well for well, actually put this on the screen here. How about that? Let's do that. Let's just put this on the screen. This is the MixLR link here, and I think that'll go right there for you. There we go. And while you're doing that, and while you're getting your browser out, getting that locked down, let me get you going to AA Baseball TV. It'll be AA Baseball TV, and let me get that in the screen. I don't know why it's not coming up. Should be coming up, but let's try it like this. AA Baseball TV. There you go. And that's where we'll be tonight on the video side tonight. Again, coming up here in just a few minutes. Pitching matchup, Tyler Beardsley. He's 2-2 and a 4.98 going against John Harris, 2-1 and a 3.82. Beardsley facing the Monarchs last week, 6 innings, 4 runs, all earned. He gave 9 hits, 5 strikeouts in that one. And it was good pitching matchups. 1-run win for Sioux City last week. Harris against the Explorers went 5 2/3, gave up the 3 earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He left with a lead, but that was the night the Monarchs bullpen did not hold the lead. So this going back to last week, a rematch of last week from Mercy Field at Lewis and Clark Park. And that's today's Monarchs live pregame edition right here. We'll see you on the broadcast tonight. Love to have you out. MonarchsBaseball.com. $2 dogs, $2 Cokes and Pepsi or whatever. $2 sodas, right? I don't know why. It's the Texan in me because in the Southern folks just say everything's a Coke or Dr. Pepper, right? It's not. That's $2 Cokes, $2 sodas, and $2 hot dogs, y'all. There you go. Is DV's trying to figure out what exactly what the proper terminology is. It's pop in Indiana, it's soda here. How about that? And $2 for hot dogs and free sodas tonight here at Legends Field. MonarchsBaseball.com for tickets, or just show up. We'd love to have you out. Come and see us and find some shade. We'd love to have you. Monarchs and the Sioux City Explorers. I'll see you on the broadcast tonight. Go Monarchs!